The person wanted to be kept anonymous because sometimes she listens to the pod when she's driving around with her daughter. Sometimes she listens when she's driving around with her daughter.
And her daughter wants to go.
And the question is about her daughter. Her daughter asked if she could go away with her boyfriend and her friends on their prom weekend. Her father and I had sex at our prom and got pregnant. She seems so much more innocent than we were, but I'm worried she might do something she could end up regretting.
She is more innocent.
I don't regret the decisions I made because I love my family more than anything, but I would have liked to have seen more and done more before I settled down. She also does not know that her father and I did what we did at our prom, so we both don't know what to say. Please help.
Okay, so some kids are extremely innocent at the exact same age as other kids. So when I was in 7th grade, I was a virgin for until I was 16, 17 years old, maybe even 18. There were some girls that were giving blowjobs in 8th grade. Okay?
Yeah, definitely.
So, and getting pregnancy tests at 8th grade.
Yeah.
They were in my friend group.
Look at that.
I didn't get any peer pressure at all.
Yeah.
And our friend Jen, on the other side of the hill, her stepdaughter is like so innocent and the exact same age as some of our other girlfriends that go to schools where, frankly, in LA, they'll be like, the girls at that school are fast.
Listen,
some kids go faster, they grow up faster, and they grow up in a different environment. So I just believe her.
I think that's very naive. I think it's very naive to say that they're innocent because you see them through your lens.
No, they are.
No, I get it. A buddy of mine and his girlfriend was as, innocent as you could be, and she got pregnant in high school. She was never with anyone else. She's probably the most religious person I know in my life. And it was like, not everybody is innocent as you're making them out to. And if that's what you're going to bank it on, then I'm not going to have this conversation, or I'm not going to talk about it because she's innocent. I think you're asking for it.
Not at all what I said. What I'm telling you is all kids are not the same. I'm telling you from first experience that my friends in 8th grade and I were not on the same level sexually within 5 years. In other words, they were doing things that I didn't do for another 5 years. And I didn't feel any pressure from my friends, a little pressure for sure. But number one, this girl, we're talking about, she's probably right. She had sex. She was still innocent when she lost her virginity. But if her husband and her believe that their daughter is less ready for sex than they were at the same exact age, she's probably right. Some girls, you can tell, Tommy.
I think you're greatly misjudging how different the time is from when you were in high school to when these kids are in high school.
She's saying that
there is so much more at these kids' disposal. Just with how you opened up on your Explore page for fucking Instagram. You think that the kids' Explore page isn't looking like fucking Caligula? You think that they're just, if you open a 14-year-old's Explore page, what do you think they're seeing there? You think it's probably going to be the same thing. It's going to be tits and hockey. Trust me. It's not.
Okay,
so for you to act.
I'm gonna tell you, my niece Margaret, she's 12. Okay. My girlfriends were giving blowjobs and having sex and all that stuff.
Sounds like you hung out with a fun bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. Do I think she's doing that? No. But I do think that something like that happens overnight. That before she's innocent, and then all of a sudden you turn around, she's not. And I think that if you continue to walk around and I sympathize.
Sound very helpful.
I sympathize.
She just wants to know if she can go to let them go out of town or not. Just say no.
Yes.
Okay.
If you.
So Tommy's advice is no.
No,
my advice is yes.
My advice is my advice is to do whatever you think is going to be
best
for you.
and your kid.
Well, yeah, even more so for you because the kid's got the whole life in front of him, right? I know in the moment they think like the prom is the biggest thing ever. Oh my God.
It is.
But it's just one night and it's not that big a major deal. You know what I mean? Like if
Yeah,
it's
you remember it for the rest of your life.
if you fucking bang, sure. Yeah, you definitely do. If you play some stinky pinky,
No.
yeah, for sure you're gonna remember.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk to this lady right now.
Okay.
Okay, so my boyfriend and I planned that on prom night we were gonna have sex. We were gonna lose our virginity.
Well, look at
okay,
that. Look at that.
we planned it. It was like a thing. Like
Okay,
everyone who was a virgin, especially because Persian Jewish couples.
Yeah, you should definitely let the kid go then.
No,
Yeah.
we didn't go out of town. It was not even on the table.
Oh, all right, good. They're just gonna bang.
We didn't have sex that night.
Oh.
We didn't end up having sex. But I'm saying, like, because I want her to know that even though you, Tommy, are on the opposite end of the spectrum of this topic and advice, mine, which I feel like
I listen, and I hate to be sexist, but it's different for me between a boy and a girl. Like if it was my son that was looking to go, have fun. If it was Shams, go have fun. You go have a great
that's
weekend.
not going to be the advice I'm going to give him.
So what do you know? We're in contrast. What do you know? I would say go have fun. But if it was my girl, my daughter, my baby girl, no fucking way are you going away on prom night. You know what I mean? Especially if your mother just told me that she planned with her ex to have sex on prom night. That was something they planned to do. No, sorry, you're not going anywhere. Matter of fact, I'm handcuffing you to the radiator and we'll revisit letting you out of your cage in, I don't know, when you're 25. And maybe we get, I find the right gentleman caller for you.
Okay. But
right-
what are you going to do when Shams, by the time Shams is in prom years, there's going to be one of his best girlfriends that you are going to feel
I
like
worry
that's
about
your
Shams.
daughter.
I worry about Shams.
What?
He's Lothario, bro.
Okay. What?
He's a chick magnet, dude.
Okay. No, I'm
I
saying
worry.
that
I worry that he's gonna
I'm
be.
saying that his friend group,
Yeah.
the girls in his friend group are gonna feel like an extended daughter to you. Like the McCabe's girls, they're gonna feel like kids. You're gonna want to protect the girls just as much.
Yeah.
So
keep him away from my son on prom night.
no, I'm gonna say, to my son, do not engage in things that you're not ready for or that your friends are not ready for, because there are consequences. Listen, if we're lucky, we get to have these talks.
Yeah.
But here's what you do. First of all, my parents had no idea.
That's what I'm saying.
fuck was going on.
You act like
That's number one. Wait,
Yeah.
number two. My boyfriend and I were going to lose our virginity to each other on prom night. We had talked about it way in advance. We planned our first kiss like 6 months in advance, okay?
That sounds awesome.
We're really innocent. However, when it came down to it, because like there's the limousine and then you're supposed to have an after party after the prom. And I do remember it like it was yesterday. And I am glad that you just instilled the confidence that you can in that daughter of yours, so that she knows that she doesn't need to be pressured.
Yeah, I think you should go with them. That's if I'm the parent, I'll be like, yeah, we'll go.
I don't-
We'll all go.
I don't-
We'll all go. We'll get a room together.
No, I don't think out of town trips is appropriate at high school. It's just not.
It's from
If
from
the
what
prom
she
is not
said-
an out of town
But
trip.
from what she said, like it's because the message is a lot longer than that. I just tried to simplify it. From what she said, it sounded like that was part of the tradition, that they go to like this place, like this house or some shit, or they go away. And it was part of like what like everybody does it. It wasn't just her and 3 kids going away.
I know,
like everybody's
but
going away.
I know, but she doesn't have to let her boyfriend and
I'm
her
with
share a
you.
room.
I'm with. Listen.
So
I'm with
here's
you.
what's up. Number one, she doesn't need to go out of town. Number two, even if all of her
So you're agreeing with me?
No, I'm not. I'm
You
giving her different reasons. You're saying they're not innocent. You guys are naive for thinking that the kids are innocent. They're not innocent. I'm not saying
I'm
that.
saying I wouldn't let her go. Like if it's bothering you
I'm
and
giving
the
you
dad
logic.
and you both of them are like, I'm really worried about this, and I'm saying for you to sleep at night, tell her no.
Let me spit
Sorry,
out.
you can't go.
Let me spit out my answer.
Yeah, if you're still a boyfriend and girlfriend in 6 months or whatever the hell, and then you guys want to go do something, that's different. But like right now, no, because I think the pressure of the event, the fact that it's prom, makes it more of a thing. You know what I mean? Makes them like, forces them into a situation that they might not necessarily be ready for or even want, but feel that they have to do because it's prom.
This is all that you should be worried about on prom night. Your dress, the limo picking you up on time, not getting into arguments with your girlfriends and boyfriends.
You're going to be on time?
No, I'm saying the limo.
Oh, okay. He needs to be on
Famously, limos used to not show up. I remember in high school, there were not the right size limo wouldn't show up.
Well, no,
and you were like 12 people and you'd get like a limo for 6.
In prom season, they were overbooked.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I remember.
I'm saying that prom is exciting enough, to your point. It's exciting enough that the only thing that you should be worried about is your dress turning out, your spray tan, your makeup, your hair, the excitement of the night, the dance. The prom in and of itself is plenty. Don't add any other sex or after party trips with overnights and after hours and hotel weekends and extensions, because you're going to take away from the prom. Okay. Just prom it up, right?
Prom it up.
Now, as far as the overnights, okay, it's okay for you to be the strict parents. It's okay because my cousins that didn't get to do as much stuff, they ended up learning to value themselves, even though they didn't realize it at the time. Okay. And now I see her doing that with her daughters. So if the plans are like, you can do this, but there's going to be boundaries, there's going to be limits, but you can't do that. You can go here, but it's like giving a curfew. It's like if you're going to let your kid.
Tell them to have a safe word.
No, like if you're going to let's say if you're going to let your kid go on some overnight trip, some of them will say, yeah, and she can have a room with the boy. No, she can have a room with 3 girls. You know what I mean? Like, it's girls only. It's no co-ed trips. The girl, if it's a co-ed trip, first of all, save it for fucking college or after college.
Do you realize that you've evolved into worse than me since you've been given the advice?
But I didn't say it from the get-go. Okay. I'm saying it from like, you can wait.
Yeah. No, and that's what I'm saying. So we're in agreement.
But I don't say like without logic. I'm giving it to you with reason. I'm giving you a bunch.
So did I.
Well, and also.
What?
You know, as a parent, you've got the credit card. They're not 18 years old yet, so you do have a lot of control.
To a certain extent, they might have a job. They might make their own. You don't want to do that. That's not a card you want to pull.
Well, let me tell you.
Because if they do have a job and they do make some money, and you tell them, hey, yeah, it's like, all right, no problem. I got my own money, and I'll do, you know.
But I'll tell you what. If you are in a thing where your kids are asking you, no matter what gender they are, okay?
Yeah.
They're asking you like, hey, you know, it's a trip to like Cabo or something. You can say like, listen, you shouldn't, you know, I can't control what you do, but I can like help guide you, you know? Like my cousin Zeba, she talks to her daughters. She doesn't say like anything vulgar, you know? You build those things more subversively. Yeah. You know, like,
yeah, I
don't
listen.
When you want to go through, you want to rush through everything, but believe me, like,
yeah, that's
taking your time is the best thing.
And to the other part of the question, I think it's time to tell her that that's what happened on your prom night.
No way.
Why not? She's 17, 18.
Because,
she's got to be.
No, she doesn't want her
You don't
to
think
know.
there's going to be a point in time that they're going to have that conversation?
No,
as a
later.
mother and daughter, what later?
When her daughter is like 38 years old.
Well, that's when you have it.
No, she's going to be like, what? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She could do some math.
I'm 18 years older than you. Mom?
Yeah.
Were you guys?
Yeah.
Right now, she hasn't done the math.
Yeah.
And when you say you love your family, I'm talking to the dirty right now, but you just don't want your daughter, I totally get it.
Yeah.
I understand that you're saying that you sacrificed your whole entire life by starting your family as early as you did.
Yes.
And you are dang right that you don't want your kid to start her life the way that you did.
Yeah.
Let her live.
I agree with that too.
Let her get an education.
It doesn't mean regret.
No.
You know what I mean? But
that was in the cards for her.
But but at the same point in time, if you just, fostered and cultivated your kid for his whole life, you'd want them to see more of the world than do the same thing that
100%.
you did. You know,
go to college. Get
and
an
I think there's the
education,
aspect of it too
travel.
that she's not looking to be a grandma right now either. You
But-
know what I mean?
Yeah.